Is caviar really worth its price? That's the question we're exploring today. Welcome to the enigmatic world of caviar, an ingredient that's been sparking intrigue and curiosity for centuries. This delicate treat, often associated with opulence and luxury, is as mystifying as it is expensive, and today we're going to delve into its secrets. So, what exactly is caviar? In its simplest form, caviar is salt-cured fish eggs, or roe, but not just any fish eggs will do. True caviar comes from a specific type of sturgeon fish, native to the Caspian and Black Seas. The rarity of these fish, combined with the meticulous process of harvesting and preparing the roe, contributes to caviar's hefty price tag. But caviar's allure isn't just about rarity or cost, it's also about the experience. The taste of caviar is often described as subtle and complex, with a unique blend of flavors that's both salty and buttery. It's a taste that's hard to describe, and even harder to forget. Caviar's status as a luxury item is also tied to its historical significance. For centuries, it has been a symbol of wealth and power, enjoyed by royalty and the elite. Today, it's a staple at high-end restaurants and glamorous events, adding a touch of elegance and sophistication to any occasion. But is this small, glossy delicacy really worth its weight in gold? Is the taste truly unforgettable? Or is it all just a clever marketing ploy? And how does it stack up against more affordable alternatives? These are the questions we're going to examine in this video as we explore the fascinating world of caviar. So, whether you're a gourmet food enthusiast, a curious observer, or someone who's simply interested in the finer things in life, we invite you to join us on this journey. Maybe you'll discover a new culinary delight, or maybe you'll decide that caviar isn't for you. Either way, we're sure you'll find the journey enlightening. Let's dive into the world of caviar, a luxury that is as mysterious as it is expensive. Caviar, a delicacy that dates back centuries, but where did it all begin? The story of caviar, this precious gem of the culinary world, starts in the Caspian Sea region, where ancient Persians were the first to appreciate the unique taste of sturgeon roe, the fish eggs we now know as caviar. They called it caviar, meaning cake of power, believing it to be a source of energy for their warriors. As centuries passed, this cake of power began to intrigue the Russian aristocracy. The Tsars developed a taste for this delicacy, and soon, caviar became a symbol of Russian opulence. The sturgeon, the fish that produces these precious eggs, started to be heavily fished from the Caspian and Black Seas, turning caviar into a prized possession. But the story doesn't stop there. In the late 19th century, caviar crossed the Atlantic and made its way to the United States. The rivers of America, particularly the Mississippi, were teeming with sturgeon. For a while, believe it or not, caviar was so abundant in the States that bars would serve it for free, just like peanuts. However, as demand skyrocketed, overfishing led to a drastic decline in sturgeon populations. By the mid-20th century, the once bountiful American sturgeon had been nearly wiped out. As a result, the rarity of caviar skyrocketed its price and cemented its status as a luxury item. Today, the production of caviar is a carefully managed industry. Sturgeon farms have sprung up across the globe, from the United States to China, in an attempt to meet the high demand while protecting the endangered sturgeon species. So, there you have it, the fascinating journey of caviar. From the ancient Persians, using it as a source of energy, through the Russian Tsars indulging in its unique flavor, to the American bars serving it as a free snack, and finally becoming one of the most expensive foods in the world. From humble beginnings to a luxury icon, the journey of caviar is nothing short of fascinating. Why is caviar so expensive? What makes it cost more than gold per gram? These are questions that have intrigued many a food connoisseur and luxury seeker. To understand the price tag attached to this small, seemingly simple delicacy, we need to delve deeper into the world of caviar. At the heart of the caviar industry is the sturgeon, a prehistoric fish that has swum in our waters for over 200 million years. The sturgeon is not just any fish, it's a rare breed, teetering on the brink of extinction in the wild due to overfishing and environmental changes. This rarity significantly contributes to the hefty price of caviar. Then there's the method of harvesting. Extracting the eggs from a mature sturgeon is a meticulous process, steeped in tradition and precision. It's not as simple as scooping out the eggs. The fish is massaged, the eggs are hand-sieved, and then they're washed and salted. Every step is labor-intensive, requiring a delicate touch and an experienced hand. Now, if you thought the harvesting process was complex, wait until we discuss the aging process. Much like a fine wine or a good cheese, caviar too is aged. Once the eggs are harvested and salted, they're sealed in tins and left to mature. This aging process can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months, depending on the type of caviar and the desired flavor profile. The caviar tins are stored in a temperature-controlled environment, and the longer they're left to mature, the more nuanced and concentrated the flavors become. The rarity of the sturgeon, the painstaking harvesting process, and the careful aging, all these factors combine to make caviar a luxury item with a price tag to match. As we can see, the price of caviar is a reflection of its rarity and the intricate process involved in its creation. So the next time you find yourself wondering why caviar is so expensive, remember the journey each little pearl has taken from the depths of the sea to your plate. It's not just caviar you're tasting, it's a piece of history, a labor of love, and a testament to the art of patience. Behind the glamour and luxury, what really goes on in the caviar industry? It's a question that tickles the palate of the curious. Let's delve into the heart of this enigmatic world. The caviar industry, like any other, is a web of intricate operations. At the core of this web are the sturgeon farms. These aren't your typical farms. They're more like underwater gold mines, teeming with the precious roe that will eventually become caviar. Farmers dedicate years, often more than a decade, to nurturing these fish until they're ripe for roe harvesting. The process is labor-intensive, requiring meticulous care and a deep understanding of sturgeon biology. Simultaneously, the caviar industry grapples with sustainability issues. Overfishing of wild sturgeon, largely driven by the high demand for caviar, has led to a drastic decline in their populations. To counteract this, many in the industry have turned to farming. Farmed sturgeon are seen as a viable solution, but it's a contentious debate. While it helps preserve wild sturgeon, concerns about the impact of farming practices on the environment persist. Market dynamics also play a significant role in the caviar industry. Supply and demand are constantly in flux, influenced by factors such as fishing regulations, consumer preferences, and even geopolitical events. For instance, when the Soviet Union collapsed, the caviar industry experienced a significant upheaval as the supply chain was disrupted. Additionally, the industry is steeped in tradition. Caviar's status as a luxury item is maintained through rigorous standards and practices. Every tin of caviar is a testament to the painstaking effort that goes into its production, from the careful selection of eggs to the delicate process of salting and maturing. In essence, the caviar industry is a balance of art and science, tradition and innovation, luxury and sustainability. It's a delicate dance that requires precision, patience, and a deep respect for the sturgeon from which the prized roe is harvested. It's clear that the caviar industry is as complex as the delicacy itself. Does caviar really taste as luxurious as its price suggests? A question that has been on the minds of many. Caviar, a delicacy synonymous with opulence and grandeur, is undeniably a unique taste experience. It's an orchestra of flavors that does a delightful dance on the palate, leaving a lasting impression. What makes caviar so distinctive, you might wonder? The answer lies in its complex flavor profile. Imagine the briny taste of the sea, but not overwhelmingly so. It's subtle, with a whisper of saltiness that's married with a buttery smoothness. The tiny eggs burst in your mouth, releasing a flavor that's rich and nuanced. It's an experience that lingers, leaving you with a taste that's both refreshing and indulgent. Now, not all caviar tastes the same. There are different types of caviar, each with its own unique flavor profile. Take beluga caviar, for instance, the creme de la creme of caviar. It's known for its large, silvery eggs and a flavor that's rich, creamy and nutty. Then there's the Sevruga caviar, the smallest of the lot, but packing a powerful punch with its intense, sea-salty flavor. Osetra caviar, on the other hand, is a delightful middle ground with a balanced, nutty flavor and a hint of sweetness. But the appeal of caviar isn't limited to just its taste. It's also about the experience. It's about the anticipation as you open the tin, the gentle handling of the delicate pearls, the ritual of consuming it in the traditional way. It's about savoring each moment, each flavor note, and the sheer joy of indulging in something so exquisite. So, does caviar taste as luxurious as its price suggests? Well, that depends on your palate. It's a flavour that's complex and sophisticated, not meant for everyone, but irresistibly appealing to some. Whether you love it or hate it, there's no denying that the taste of caviar is one of a kind. If caviar is out of your budget, are there any alternatives that can give you a similar experience? You might be surprised to know that there are indeed a few options out there that can give you a taste of the high life without breaking the bank. Let's start with a popular choice, lumpfish roe. This caviar substitute hails from the chilly waters of the North Atlantic and is known for its bright colours and pronounced flavour. The tiny eggs offer a satisfying pop and a salty taste that can be quite reminiscent of sturgeon caviar. And the best part? Lumpfish roe is readily available in most supermarkets at a fraction of the price of traditional caviar. Next on our list is salmon roe, also known as ikura in sushi parlours. These larger, orange-hued beads are known for their rich, sweet flavour and a texture that literally bursts with juicy goodness. While it's a bit pricier than lumpfish roe, salmon roe still falls far short of the cost of sturgeon caviar. Trout roe is another alternative that's gaining popularity. Sourced from freshwater trout, these eggs are smaller and feature a delicate, subtly sweet flavour. They're a versatile choice that can be used in a variety of dishes, from appetizers to main courses. Now let's talk about a vegan alternative, seaweed caviar. Made from seaweed extract, this plant-based substitute mimics the look and texture of real caviar. It's a great choice for those who want to enjoy the experience of eating caviar while adhering to a plant-based diet. Lastly, we have snail caviar, a delicacy that's as intriguing as it sounds. Harvested from farmed escargot, snail caviar offers a unique, earthy flavour. It's a gourmet alternative for those who like to experiment with their food. So, as you can see, there are plenty of caviar alternatives out there, each with its own unique characteristics and price points. While these alternatives may not be the real deal, they do offer a taste of luxury at a fraction of the price. So, is caviar really worth its price? A question that has been the crux of our exploratory journey. We've delved into the enigmatic world of caviar, tracing its origins back to the ancient Persians who prized this delicacy for its unique flavour. We've explored the astronomical price tags attached to this luxury product and the industry that thrives on its production. We've even put our taste buds to the test, comparing caviar with its less expensive alternatives. What we've found is that the value of caviar is not merely tied to its price. It's a complex equation involving its historical significance, the intricate process of its production, and the rarity of the sturgeon fish from which it is harvested. Moreover, the industry supporting it employs thousands of people around the globe, contributing significantly to local economies. However, the most crucial factor in this equation is the subjective nature of taste. Some might argue that the unique burst-in-your-mouth sensation of caviar is unparalleled, making it worth every penny. Yet others might find similar joy in a simple, beautifully cooked meal that costs a fraction of the cost. The verdict, therefore, is not black and white. It's a spectrum of grey, where the value of caviar is as diverse as our individual palates. For some, caviar might be a symbol of opulence, a celebration of special moments, or even a culinary bucket list item. For others, it might be an overpriced product, the hype of which doesn't match up to the actual taste experience. So, after this journey through the world of caviar, we find ourselves back at the starting point, pondering the same question. Is caviar worth its price? The answer is as unique as each one of us, shaped by our personal experiences, preferences, and values. Ultimately, whether caviar is worth its price is a question only you can answer. As we conclude our deep dive into the world of caviar, it's clear that there's more to this delicacy than meets the eye. We've unravelled its rich history, examined the industry from the inside out, and even put our taste buds to the test. It's a luxury that comes with a hefty price tag, but there are also affordable alternatives that offer a similar experience. Every morsel of caviar tells a story of tradition, craftsmanship, and a taste that is truly unique. But whether it's a scam or an indulgence worth every penny, that's a conclusion you'll have to draw yourself. We urge you to share your thoughts and experiences with caviar. Perhaps you've tasted it at a fine dining restaurant, or maybe you're curious to try it for the first time. Remember, the world of food is as diverse as it is delicious, Until next time, keep exploring, keep tasting, and keep asking questions.